thing. All right, so the first thing we need to do is get to work on kind of sort of a frangipan. And a frangipan is essentially what you get on the inside of an almond croissant when you're eating it. That kind of fudgy almond paste. It's super delicious. And in my world, when I'm making frangipan, if it looks kind of weird, you're doing it right. Basically, it's not quite a cookie dough. It's not quite a cake batter. It's somewhere in the middle. So the first thing we need is a 1/4 cup of room temperature butter. If you've got salted, use salted. If you got unsalted, use unsalted. Honestly, it's not gonna make a difference. Into there, I'm going in with a 1/4 cup of sugar. Now, I'm using white sugar. If you've got brown sugar, feel free to use that. This is a very, as you can tell, rough and tumble recipe. Do what you want, it'll be great. So in with that 1/4 cup of sugar as well. I'm just gonna give this a little bit of a blitz just to combine. Now, when you are creaming something, typically what you're doing is you're trying to beat butter and sugar together to incorporate air and to kind of break down those sugar granules. But to be honest, I don't worry too much about creaming this frangipan because I'm not really making a frangipan. It's kind of just a spread to go on top. So to be honest, this looks good to me. So into there, I'm gonna go in with an egg. So just 1 large egg getting cracked right on in. Is everyone a counter cracker?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Then for those not in the know, it means we crack the egg on the counter as opposed to the side of the bowl. Side of the bowl, I'm always convinced it's gonna send the eggshells right on in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Always chance it.
Yeah. And then can anyone do a one-hander?
I can't.
On a
I
good
bet you
day.
can.
Anna was just so humble there.
cracking.
Yeah. Anna just went. That was amazing. It's like asking like Michael Jordan if he can like get a ball in the hoop. Yeah.
Whatever.
All right, now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of almond extract, about 1/2 teaspoon. If you are not someone who's confident on free pouring extracts, definitely measure almond because it's a lot stronger. So you'd want to measure that 1/2 teaspoon. I like to live dangerously when it comes to extracts. Then we're gonna go in with 1/2 or a full teaspoon of vanilla extract. It's all gonna be good. It's gonna come out in the wash. Now I'm gonna give that a little blitz just to combine, just until it looks a little bit creamy and that butter's broken down a bit. Again, this is a frangipan, so as opposed to having a lot of flour in it, we actually use mainly almond flour. So if your butter's still looking a little chunky like this at this moment, that's totally fine. It will mix together once, right? You smell that almond?
Oh, yeah. Almond. Yeah.
Almond is
almond.
so good, I know. And almond and stone fruits go together so beautifully. So into there, we're gonna start adding in our dry ingredients. So the first thing I need is some almond flour. Now, almond flour, you can get it in the health food section often, or at a bulk food store. You need 3/4 cup of that. It's just ground up almonds.
Or a wholesale store.
Or a wholesale store.
Yes.
Vagina, I love a wholesale store.
Yes,
We talk about wholesale stores most of the time when we're together.
It's true.
It's great. Then I'm gonna go in with 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. If you wanted to make this kind of gluten-free, you could use a gluten-free blend. That would work perfectly. Little bit of salt, just to kind of counteract that sugar, about 1/4 teaspoon. Gonna go in with a little bit of cinnamon as well, just about 1/2 teaspoon. And then if you wanted to here, you could go in with a little ginger. You could go in with clove if you're looking a little festive. You can also go in with your shirt nutmeg if you want.
What?
Where was this, Mary?
Listen, guys, there's no rockets today.
Or a little orange liqueur.
A little orange liqueur.
Brandy.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm gonna get this mixed up just until it's combined. And again, it comes together lickety-split, just like that. That's literally all we need to do, and that's basically kind of a frangipan. So, all I need to do now is get to work on the peaches. So I'm using peaches. If you can't find good peaches, you could use nectarines, you could use plums, you could use cherries, whatever you can find. Just about 3 cups. Go right on into my bowl. I'm gonna season those with a little bit of sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, perhaps some more nutmeg. And what I did was I got a couple of sheets of frozen puff pastry. I'm not gonna ask you to make puff pastry. If you're looking for a good puff pastry or rough puff recipe, Anna Olson is your girl.
Anna.
You go over there,
I buy just a good butter puff pastry.
100%.
Most of the time.
It's in the freezer section. You thaw it in your fridge. Super, super simple. Now, I did double mine up because I do like a lot of pastry. So I've got those laid out, and then I spread that frangipan on top. Now, all I need to do is pop those peaches on. You can arrange them nicely if you're feeling it, but I just go for a big ol'...
Yeah, I like that better. Who has time? I like arrange it. Too precious.
Too precious, and if people feel scared to eat it. I like it when it looks a little like rough and tumble, you know?
Well, and we were just talking about how September is the best time for peaches because they're the free stones.
Yes.
So they're easy to remove the pit.
You're not fighting with that pit. Oh my gosh, preach. I love it. All right, now I'm gonna go on with a little bit of some sliced almonds. That's just gonna hint to the fact that there's that almond frangipan underneath. Now this needs to go into a 400-degree oven. On the bottom rack, I like the bottom rack because it's gonna give a good crispy bottom. And this needs anywhere from, I say in the recipe, 30 minutes to 40 minutes. But to be honest, if you pop that in for 20, it'll still be good. Like, it'll be cooked enough to eat. If you go in for longer than that 40 minutes, again, it will still be delicious and tasty. This is a while you eat dinner tart. You pop it in before you serve dinner, and then you end up with something that looks like that. Super tasty. I can't actually remember what I say the serving portions. Yes. I was like, I think I say 8, but it's 4. Let's be honest. Let's be real. So I'm gonna chop this up. And again, since we did those beautiful 2 layers of puff pastry, you got a bit more sturdiness on the bottom. So this is what I would consider hand pie, which is always a good thing. So I'm gonna do this.
That's a big piece.
That's a big piece. Listen, guys, we're doing it. All right, does anybody want a little ice cream on there?
yeah,
We're gonna go.
of course.
Okay. A little vanilla ice cream right on top, especially when it's hot out of the oven.
Come on now.
As it melts down, what an absolute dream. All right, hand pie for Vijaya. You know what,
Yeah.
Andrew, would you mind ice creaming everybody?
I'll do it.
Okay, love
Yeah.
it. This is so great.
Thank you.
Again,
There you go.
with whatever fruits you have, this is also really nice. The almond, if you do, or if you switch out the ground almonds for ground pecans and do apples on top. Ooh,
Beautiful.
Really
that's a good
versatile, right?
call.
Yeah.
Super versatile. Absolutely delicious. Gals, this has been really fun.
Fun.
I've been having a great time
Here.
celebrating summer's bounty.
Yeah.
Here,
I'm
girl.
just clearly going pizza vibes.
I think we are too, because we don't have spoons or forks. So here we go.
Pizza vibes. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.